After my dad passed, obviously, I went to Strom's. Strom has a guy who he's been doing custom cleats with, and he happened to be from where I'm from, in Ohio, Lakewood. And I asked him, I said I want to do like a tribute thing to for my dad for my first home game or my first game back. Just to kind of like a memorial thing for him, just to kind of feel like he was there on the field with me, like which I always feel like he is, but just to do a little something more. And I shot him a couple pictures, and I said, just do your thing. Like, it wasn't something that I really needed to do, but it was something that I felt like it'd be a nice way for me to kind of cope with everything, kind of get back into the swing of things while not forgetting about kind of like what I just went through. So the inside of both of them has Rick Lauer. I used this when I was a little kid. I got him a trophy with it, and I think he loved it. It just says, "Dad, the coach of my life," because he was always my coach when I was a kid. And this was one of my favorite pictures of us when I first got my first bat. That's me as a little kid with my bat. And he had just got me my first T-ball bat, and we went out in the backyard and he started throwing me balls, and I was whacking away, and it was just I still remember it to this day, and like it's just a cool picture. I've always loved it. SD, the son and dad, which was really cool. A dove for, just symbolism reasons. And then this was actually, it's a little chewed up now, but this was actually the last picture we took together. This quote says, "The man that made me the man I am." I kind of just came up with that because I think it's just really true. He's the man that made me the man I am, and I love him for it. His health has kind of always been something that's not been great. His kidney disease came on really early, and so like he had a lot of good years between there, but there was also constant struggles. At some point it just got to be too much, I think, and diverticulitis with the cancer, with the brain tumor, with everything that was going on. Even my mom, they pretty much told me, they were like, "We just need you to come home if you can, because like it's pretty much the end." I think I wanted to get back to baseball as quick as possible because it was always kind of like an outlet for me. And I thought being around the guys would be super helpful instead of just being around like my family and my aunts and uncles constantly crying and telling me like, "Oh, you're gonna be okay." Like, I don't need to hear that. I just wanted to get back to being as normal as possible. Like, yeah, I'll have my grieving, I'll do what I gotta do, but I still have my moments where I'm like after games for me is really hard. After I pitch is really hard for me because like he was the coach of my life. He was the guy that he would text me and I always look forward to it. So that's probably the hardest part right now, but getting back to baseball, I know for a fact that's what he would have wanted. He'd always tell me when he was in the hospital to give him some good medicine when I was pitching, because that was what kept him going. So I always feel like he's still with me. Like I've had some dreams where I've just sat and talked with him, which was awesome. And like it's really something that I try not to think about it, but it's kind of something that's hard not to think about. So it's just going to be a process, I think, and he's always going to be there.